Yo, 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 yo. Ooh, yeah, Monday stream. Woo. Maximus has failed the test. But hopefully not a test. You know what I mean? Speaking of tests, we're gonna... Do I want to try this screen? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. What am I doing? You look at my face. Yo! Oh wait, I didn't turn on my lights in the back. Not that it really matters, but how's everyone doing today? I am tired as per always. Let's get these lights on. Boop. Not that it really changes too much, but I mean, I put lights on everything, so I may as well have them on there, right? Okay, we really have to figure out what we're doing today. I kind of feel like I have to, like, regroup because, I just have no idea what I'm doing. So let's just look at my schedule. Well, it's not really my schedule. It's my plan, right? Oh, these are emotes that we want to do. We did salute, and we did arrive, and we did raid. That's it. But, yeah. And the funny thing is, for new stuff, we were like talking about, oh, what do we need to do? It was ended up being, you know, ended up being a BTB video, which is probably the rest of this week for me as far as like offline work. I may do a bit of like, I don't know if the motion graphic stuff was interesting on Friday, but we could do more of that. It's something I need to do, but not necessarily something that I have to do on stream, at least not yet, unless I get really behind. I did test I did a few play tests with my friends for the corruption stuff of basically just the new deck of Blackridge, right? And it feels good. So there is a... Hey, no scratching my couch. Yeah, no. You little fuzzy gumdrop. Just looks like a gumdrop. Here. Hold up. Luna. Oh wait, what? Oh, I know why. Oh wait, crap. Hold on. Darkness. I guess I can do this. I had to hook up my old tablet because my new one wasn't working, and then that stole my webcam slot, and then now I just need to... On. Luna. Is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? Darkness. Terrifying darkness. Hello? Anybody there? Okay, it really doesn't like it. No Luna for y'all. I'm sorry. I think I'd have to restart OBS to get it to work, and that's not happening, so... I forgot about your new profile picture. Let's feature it so we can see it. It's wild. Anyway, here we are. Oh my god, that's gold. Yeah, right. Some man holding up my logo. Presumably he's not wearing a shirt. Much love, brother. Thank you, Sir Toot. Sir Tootington. But yeah, the corruption deck actually works. So I may have to make this look nicer and do symbols for each different type of corruption. But I'm not entirely certain. I kind of want them to all to have different icons. I'm about to do something even funnier. Uh-oh. I'm afraid. But yeah, so that's cool. And all the new cards feel good too. The Tomahawk and the Derringer and the Chicken's Foot and the Loaded Deck, all those feel really, really good. So we're kind of in good shape, I think. The biggest issue that came up with playtesting of this was the sort of errors with things that were considered bets and things that weren't considered bets, mostly in regards to was it double cross? No, it was duel, because duel kind of acts like a bet, but it's not. And so certain things feel like they should be considered a bet, and some things think they shouldn't be. Like some of the card effects. So this needs a lot of or some work, which may mean I need to go through and like look at Coach Gun, right? Like this might say instead of when a bet, like defeating a creature instead. So we'll have to go through. It's mostly terminology stuff. And then the other thing is there might need to be more monsters or more creatures. Just because the ratio of like other stuff to creatures isn't quite right. There's too many shops and stuff. I could in theory get rid of some shops, but there we go. Wait, it didn't work? Aw. It might take us, I'm assuming you changed your profile picture, but it might take a minute to like authenticate or something to make sure you're not like doing inappropriate something. Oh wait, no. Okay, I clicked on your profile. It's not showing up on the thing yet, but that's really funny. I wonder if it, wait, if I took from mine to, it probably needs a refresh. Yeah. Yeah, well, I just looked at, if you click on it on Twitch, it shows up. That's really funny. It's Inception. I was trying to see if it, no, okay. Well, that's funny. I love it. It's beautiful. Oh god, you found the stock photo. I was thinking that too, but he could have just copied the image and put it in the image, you know? Put the image in the image. Yeah, that's true, yeah. I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh wow, we found the same stock photo. I'm like, yeah, good, regardless, good stuff, indeed. It's gonna get real confusing to tell who's who. Oh, thank you. There you go. Okay, anyway, what are we doing? What are we doing today? I don't know. Okay, let's talk. Let's just talk for a second. We need to do new corruption art. We need to do a rule book for Blight of Blackridge. I think we need more creatures. Probably, I don't know, just a few. I don't know how many. AE still needs more playtesting. Probably a few updates. It also probably needs some more beta cards just to make that like worthwhile if someone actually wants to subscribe to me on Patreon, right? But yeah, we could work on stream improvements. I do also why am I blanking? Emotes, and there's also I would like to get the whatever it's called set up, more channel point stuff. Standing desk. All right, you got it. It's standing time. It's morphin' time. Check. What else I get? A hydrate? Okay. As long as you don't drown me to death this time. Cheers. My energy water. There we go. Alas, I'm not a rich man as I once was, so I shan't be drowning you. Drowning thee. True. But yeah, all that to say, I don't really know what I'm doing today. Like I said, I would like to do like a channel points thing where we can, I don't know exactly what that will be, but I think doing something like little drawings for people, I think that would be fun. But I'm not 100% positive on how much that should be and what exactly that entails, but yeah, also, I guess, I don't know if you guys actually saw it. Do you guys, Malik, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, Maximus. I don't know if that's true. Maybe that's just because it's been, I don't think you were there last on Friday, but I'm trying to remember if I saw you on Wednesday. Either way, this is the new game, if you haven't seen it. We got this, and we got all our stars. I don't know if if all of you have seen this. What am I trying to say? My brain's not working. Yeah. Turned out not horribly. Might be fine. Oh, well, yeah. No, I meant like last week, not this week. Sorry, but yeah, maybe finals are chipping away at my free time. Yeah, that sucks, dude. I wish you the best of luck on the finals though, for sure. Actually, no, you definitely did because I think you saw the whatever. My brain's fried, but yeah. So I did get a game done. That's cool though. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing today. No, I didn't see the game yet. Oh, okay. Well, dude, I don't know. I am, my brain's cooked. I don't even remember who was here on the old Friday. What kind of finals are you taking this semester? Good question. Great question. Yeah, so this is the new game, Stellar Shift. Physics, linear algebra, calculus, and a couple less difficult ones. Damn. Sounds difficult. So this is the game. It ended up not too shabby. Basically what happens is you have like little different planets. The idea is that you basically place planets around the thing. Oop, that's a normal card. What am I doing? And then like whatever, you'll end up placing planets around the map, and then you have different cards that like affect planets. Like there's ones that sorry, my music is like too loud, I can't think. You know, you'll have ones that like increase or decrease mass of planets, so you can like, or of celestial bodies in general, right? So you can like add or increase mass. You can you know, obviously it's not that realistic, but you can shift the direction of gravity on some of these, like, so the asteroids have individual directions, so you can like rotate them, and kind of manipulate the play space like that. And then it goes to a shift phase where you're kind of pulled toward everything based on its mass and direction, right? So like this planet would pull me in 2 on a diagonal toward it. This would pull me 1 toward it that way. This would pull me 1 toward it that way. You can kind of go left to right, top to bottom. It ended up pretty neat. It's super quick paced game. Like it only lasts like 2 or 3 rounds, but yeah, it ended up kind of a fun game. It's definitely not something I want to continue working on after this, but wouldn't calculating the gravitational pull need trigonometry? Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's super realistic here. You know, you go toward the arrow in a direction, you know, that's basically the you know, your whole whatever. So it's like, yeah, when you like go top to bottom, left right, or left right top to bottom, so you go like, okay, this one's got 4 poles, so I go diagonally 1 2 3 4. And then when you reach like a straight line, then you go in the straight line rather than a diagonal. And then, you know, and you go, okay, I did this one, I go this one, go up 1. This one pulls me in by 2, so I'll go 2. This one's on the bottom, I'm already past it, so I don't get pulled into it anymore. And then this one's worthless because it's facing the wrong way. Yeah, so it's much simpler. Okay, yeah, I was trying to think of a way to do that, and like, you know, I was thinking like, you know, maybe things could pull, like the asteroid could be pulled by the planets and stuff like that, but no, I just kept it simple. I thought you were getting pulled exactly in the direction the body was pulling you. I mean, it kind of is, right? But it's just turn-based, right? Because in theory, you would be pulled this way and pulled that way at the same time. So it's just each one individually, right? The net result should, in theory, be the same, I would think, but sometimes simpler is better for simpletons like me. Yeah, I feel it. Honestly, it was a lot of it to that. That made it sound so rude that I was just agreeing with you that you were a simpleton, but no, you're a smart toot. I'll tell you what. A simpler is better than me too. Ain't getting Newton involved in a board game. Yeah, true. But yeah, I just wanted to, especially for like a what's it called? Like a game jam game. I was like getting really quick to like, I almost overscoped this game. I did add energy values to some of these that you can like, because when you're playing your cards, you can see at the bottom. No, you can't see. You can see at the bottom. There's like the little one with a little power symbol. You need power cards in order to play cards, and there's certain ones that like, say like, I don't know, the solar panels. If there's like a star in play, you get energy equal to the star's energy, or you get power equal to the star's energy rather. Or there's like rocket fuel, I guess, which gives you energy equal to planets, asteroids, and moons. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, it worked out. It's definitely not my best game ever. Black Ridge is definitely a better game, but oh, how do you win / progress? You don't die. It's another survival game. If you crash, so basically what happens is if you're pulled into a planet, you die. I did not say the win condition though. Yeah, so last man standing. But, you know, there's no, like, direct fighting, which I thought was interesting. You're just manipulating planets to try to kill each other. Which is kind of wacky, but, you know. Sounds potentially fun. Yeah, honestly, I think the biggest problem with it is that it goes too quickly. I haven't even played the like most recent version though, so it should be more fun. One of the biggest changes was everything used to be like, because there's different like rocket engines that can give you additional movement options. Not rocket engines, propulsion systems rather, right? Like you use the slingshot maneuver, like you could get extra move based on a planet's gravity, or propulsion makes you move 2 spaces, or solar sails, which makes you move away from a star. The problem was before that you had to have to move like at all besides like a single space. You move a single space per turn, but beside that you had to have any of these movement things. But then Bradley suggested that just if you have power, that power can just be transferred to movement. So if you can spend 1 power to get 1 move, and then these are just additional movement, which made it a lot snappier, and you could pull off combos a lot easier, and it was more interesting. Because now you could do something like, oh wait, I want to move more, so I'm going to use I'm going to increase the mass of a planet and then use slingshot maneuver so I can like get away from it more. There's like interesting stuff like that, right? Also, when you're playing planets, can't you play planets right next to someone's ship? Yeah, so that's a rule. So basically the phases go like this, right? There's a setup phase where you just place some planets randomly. Then there is you know, your play phase, right, where you go around with the you know, you play your cards, and then you do the planet placement phase, which you're not supposed to put planets closer than 4 spaces to any player. And then And then the cycle. Oh, then's the shift phase, right? And if you survive, it goes to the next. The cycle repeats. Nail B, I'm very sorry. I'm doing some video editing today, so I have to turn you down a little bit. No worries, dude. I totally feel you there. That's the worst part about video editing, or at least like, sorry, my back is sore. Is that like audio editing? You're like, I can't do anything else besides focus on this. It's very like super concentrated work. So I 100% understand you. I kind of forgot I had posture check. Actually, no, I didn't. Which one did I get rid of? I got rid of stretch is what I got rid of. So I was like, it feels redundant with standing desk and whatever. And then if I end up adding more, it's just going to be like too many redeems. Because there's already like 7 of them. I don't think. Oh, Maximus, you could totally still get the Turnip King if you just unlock, or if you use the points to unlock an emote. I forgot that was an option. Because I know you're sad about that. Yeah, but it's a random one. Isn't there one that's not random? Choose an emote. Yeah, there's choose an emote to unlock for 480. There's a random one, which is like unlock a random sub emote. What if I just shrimple? What then? I don't know if you can. That's a good question. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Then so shrimple is that. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's the game. I'm happy with the art. It's pretty cool. You're right, shrimple is too powerful. Man, I just spent all my money on making you stand. Big sad. I was tempted to make standing desk cheaper, but like, especially because it has a cooldown. But cards do look nice. Yeah, I mean, these ones are like, I did steal. They're basically just Souls cards, right? I just stole from Soul, and then I color shifted some of them because it was just the orange ones, right? Obviously the logos and like icons and stuff I made, and then like the power indicator and that stuff, but these are just Soul. This is its own thing. And of course, yeah, this is pretty much all made. I did take the border here and like used it for certain things, but you know, those look decent. I'm really happy with the back. Oh, I'll show you, because why not? After Effects. Loading After Effects. It's taking forever. I animated the title. This is not it. This is a cool sequence I did though, but this is for the video. Where is it? Ooh, I really should have. No, it's not it. I don't know if this is like 100% done, but this one? No. Where the heck? What in the pre-comp 1? No. Group 1? No. Oh, it's probably one of these. I'm so confused. Oh, wait, no, it probably is this one. It's just, yeah, okay, I'm dumb. Oh, it's got a buffer. Let it buffer. Let it buffer. Processing. Did I not let it fade out again? Whatever, it's fine. There we go. There's the title. I could probably make it bigger. It needs a little bit more polish, but it's close. I thought that was fun. Yeah, the little pching. Wait, I thought there was like... Are the sparks there? Oh no, it's missing. It's missing a layer. I don't know, either way, it's actually, yeah, there's definitely a layer above this. I don't know what your polish at this point, what you polish, oh, it's beyond me. It's like little things. Actually, this isn't actually the final thing. This is actually, where is it? I'm so lost. No, I really need to organize my files here. Pre-comp 1, that's what I'm on right now. Where the heck is the composition? Oh, you know what? It's probably this? Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Okay, yeah. So this has like camera shake and like some extra effects ready. There you go. It kind of hides the like weird little break part. Right? Little more a little more polished, and there's little sparks which I think add to that. It's just a smidge better, right? It's that little tiny bit extra that helps, right? Whoa, yeah, I thought it ended up pretty decent. Sometimes just the little tiny bits that add a lot, you know. No, it's just on loop for no good reason. All right. Anyway, now you've seen it. I am really happy with how the sun just ended up with it, or this ended up itself, right? Oh, it's only rendering like 4 frames. There we go. Because I drew this star. This is actually the same star that's in game here. It's just this star that's just been I think I like did like a subtract mode. You drew that? Yeah. So I drew this, right? And then I did a few different layers on top of here to kind of give it that sort of animation. I gotta turn you up for this. I'm glad I'm doing interesting stuff. But yeah, so this was I guess I can show you. Let's see. If we go, there's a bunch of little layers on top, right? This is kind of what it this is what it looks like when just as the image, I believe. Yeah, So this is just the how the star looked on its own. So that was that's what I ended up doing as my as the title, right? As the card back. So on top of that, I added this. Can we solo this? Is this just a black solid? This is just a... Oh no, it has a fractal noise on it. How do I show this to you without... Well, here, I'll just do this. New, solid, black. If we just do this... So basically all the like texture, so this is just a texture, right, that does this. You can do like a fractal noise. I know they have a lot of that in like video game making things too, but this is just a fractal noise. You can kind of change it however you want. You can do like different, like I can make it like rocky or whatever, but yeah, it's just a fractal, right? And you can animate the evolution, so it kind of just does stuff, right? So I did a fractal noise, and that I put on the top here to kind of get the sun to kind of wibble wobble, right? I did like I did an overlay layer. So like, just like Photoshop, right? You can do different like blend modes. So I did an overlay layer, and then, I did a mask and feathered it, so it's just inside on the inside of the planet, right? And so it kind of does that. And then I also added this, which is just a optical flare, like a lens flare. And I added, it was just the beams portion. So see this, it's basically just creates this, right? And then that you can actually edit the animation evolution as well. And then I kind of just, I think I did a mask on that one as well. And so that just did as we end up with. Just different chaotic BS to make things look natural, pretty much, yeah. But didn't know there were so many varieties. Yeah, you kind of pick up a lot of it along the way, honestly, if you kind of do this kind of thing. Did I... Oh, and there's a really subtle turbulent displacement on the star here. You can see like the tiny little lines. It's super subtle. I probably didn't even need to do it, but you can kind of see how it ripples a very smidge amount. So that's kind of just to make the original drawing move a little bit. And then there's just an adjustment layer to make it bluer. You're turning me on in ways more... Sorry. I just... I shouldn't have read that out loud. In the most important, respectful way possible with the flare. It's the tiny details that make it to the next level, man. It really is. Honestly, like... that's one of the biggest things I've noticed about this kind of thing. It's like, it's the tiny little things. It's the tiny little things that make it look good. I think it looks maybe, well, actually when it's slow, it's fine. If you go fast, it looks kind of like jiggly, right? It looks maybe more jiggly than it should. But yeah, that's the one thing when you're doing this kind of stuff is like, you start with something and you're like, okay, this doesn't look that great. And then the more you work on it, the more you realize like that the little things are what make it, look really nice. The little polish. I wasn't reading chat and that spooked me. Sorry, y'all. I was like, I should not have read that. I should have finished the sentence before reading it, but I just was like, I'm just gonna start reading, and then I just like, I laughed, and then I was like, okay, now it just sounds like I said that. That's where you get clipped out of context. No one clip that, please. I've accidentally said worse on stream. It's okay. And then here's like a part of the devlog. Oh, here. Can you hear this? Oh god, it gets. The funny thing is when it renders, it gets like this, and. I don't know if you can hear that. We'll hope you could hear that. So yeah, some motion graphics. So yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I could do some more of that kind of stuff. I've got we don't need to say that. I'm just yapping all. I haven't accomplished anything. I've got this. Let's just, can I mute it? I don't know. I've got this I need to work on. BRB, okay. I really don't need this hoodie on anymore either. For a second, just for just a second, I was like, oh man, taking off my hoodie probably messed up my hair. And then I'm like, nope, don't have that anymore. Maybe it messed up my beard. There we go. But yeah, we got some card animations I'm doing. I'm trying something different, but I kind of think I probably should hide the cards all the way down, but of course it's taking forever. This is a lot of animations to render all at once. We're just gonna let it load, because why not? Yeah, I don't know if this kind of thing, like, obviously it's like interesting to an extent, but I don't know if this is like stream content. I don't know. I guess it's no different than like working on art, right? So maybe I should just do it, but all right, let's see it. It's not the most riveting content, but I'm still here, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so this is the here, I guess I can full screen it just so you can see it. Spoilers for the next BTP video. It needs a little more polish, but you know, here we are. It's like it's definitely the most pressing thing to be working on. Like I probably should be doing that, but at the same time, now that you're violating NDA, it is interesting. Yep. Indeed. Very interesting. It's not really, of course I don't really have an NDA with them, so you know, I think I need to have those all the way down, but that's fine for later. But yeah, let's close Tabletop Simulator before it memory leaks to hell, because it likes to do that. Let's just use all our memory. You would like that, wouldn't you? Okay, we've literally, yeah, we've yapped for 50 minutes and just showed stuff off. Just bragging real quick, you know? What do we do? What do you want to do, Maximus? I know you don't care. You'll watch me drive down the interstate. Should I just hop in the car and drive down the interstate real quick? Just dox myself. It's fine. I would say most pressing is working on the devlog, but I don't necessarily think that's like the best content. Especially I have to like listen to myself talk like 30,000 times where it's like, and then you use the blah 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 to blah, 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 blah. And then it's like you have to listen to that 30 times because I'm re-listening to the audio, which I arguably would say is bad content. It's probably the worst stream content you could imagine. Yep. The driving down the highway or just the constant audio looping over and over and over again. Yeah, that, I mean, the motion graphic stuff isn't bad, but okay, I'm redoing the take. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like this wouldn't be horrible just doing the motion graphics, right? Because I could just kind of, I don't necessarily need sound for it. Like I kind of do for like some of it, but not really, like to make sure it's on cue, but I wouldn't have to replay it like 20,000 times. But it's not really the most ideal stream content. Otherwise, I think the next most pressing thing is probably Blight designs, or we could do, I don't know. Honestly, everything else is kind of just like, we could work on whatever. Because like designing new creatures or corruption art is probably the next most pressing thing for as far as like things I should be doing. Almost even more arguably, stream improvements are the most important thing because it's where I'm making my most money so far from my endeavors. Granted, a lot of that is from just like family and friends prime subbing, but it's sit time. We've literally done nothing. I've wasted half an hour of standing time. This is why my title is clearly a lie. It says I'm working on something and I haven't done anything yet. To be fair though, it means I'm becoming a real streamer because most streamers just yap for like 2 hours and then they do something. At least the ones I've seen. They just get stuck yapping. I could also just do a playtest of AE, but I feel like that's not the most interesting either. Especially to people who are just like coming in. So I think, I really don't know what the most, I have decision paralysis. We're not on to new stuff yet. Event making. Let's just choose something. Let's do some corruption art because I know it has to be done and why not? I'm deciding for you that you shall be productive. Okay. At first I thought that was a shan't. I shouldn't be productive. Let's do some corruption art. I can do that in my spare time, more After Effects work. That'll be after stream content. I also, it'd be really cool if I could do it on stream, but I don't think I should. I have all the other games from the next BTP video. And I have to play and like react to a few of them. And that would be fun to do on stream, but I shouldn't, because that seems to because then I'm leaking other people's content, you know. Leaking my own stuff, I don't care, especially because I'm showing it to like 4 people at max, you know. Although I did peak at like 25 viewers the other day. That was insane. Mostly because of raids. It was the between Beans and who's right? The Tice. It's like, who raided me? But of course. But yeah. Anyway, let's pull up Photoshop. Photoshop. Yeah, I had to go back to my old tablet, which is arguably maybe a better tablet than my new tablet. It's a Bamboo instead of a Huion. It's a silver guy. It's a little bit smaller, but the pen's kind of nice because the surface is textured instead of like the texture of the matte thing is nice, and then the pen has an eraser on it, which is kind of fun. So arguably it might be a better tablet, but it like feels more like real paper, which is kind of cool. But hear me out, okay? I'm listening. You're about to drop some knowledge on me, I'm sure. I'm ready. You're willing to buy an Intuos pen. I have an Intuos Pro tablet you can have and ship it to you. I lost the pen, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember which one that Intuos is. Is that one with a screen or is that one without a screen? Oh, Intuos Pro. Okay, there we go. No, it's not. No screen. That'd be pretty rad. Without, I ain't rich. Honestly, I don't really like the ones with... Well, okay. I don't like the ones with a screen that much. I do actually have one with a screen. The biggest problem, it's a 1080p tablet, and my monitors are 4K, so it gets, like, really weird with resolution stuff, but... I might... Can you just buy a pen? Damn, girl. Wait, would my current pen work? I mean, this is a Wacom pen. I would expect it to still work. Although this nib is like... This nib's pretty freaking sad. Probably need a replacement nib. Out of context, but expose the bald channel points routine. just expose the bald. That would be funny. No hat. It can look around for the pen, but I'm sure it's around somewhere. I'll text you later about it. Okay, sounds good. I'd be willing to do that, I think. could be willing to do that. That sounds mighty fine. Because I do have multiple, or actually I think this is my only pen, but whatever. I'm pretty sure, actually no, I do have another Wacom pen because I have a tablet that is, actually I wonder if I can replace my nibs with, I wonder if my other nibs work on this guy. Hold on. I lied. I don't know where they are. I do have a tablet, like a actual like computer that has drawing capabilities. It's like a laptop, and it technically has Wacom technology built into it. Okay, let me actually open what I need to open here. Blight of Blackridge art. We need, I think it's under player card. It must be, right? Yeah. Let's save this out as a new copy. I like how there's a save as copy option, but like, I'm gonna rename it anyway. So it's like, oops. Let's do a new folder too. Corruption cards. They're cards to be corrupted. Why am I making a song out of it? I don't know. Leave me alone. Okay, don't need this. What the heck is this? Oh. Oh, sure. Okay, I'm kind of thinking for the corruption cards. Do we feel like maybe the solution here is doing, I kind of wish I didn't do the blood splats on the same layer here. I'm thinking what I do is it's always the fire, but there's just a different icon in the middle. How do we feel about that? And then I guess for old, for these, it all honestly will probably end up pretty the same. The icon might move down a smidge, and then maybe we'll do like a distress layer over the text, kind of like how we have it like here, right, where it's kind of got that little bit of schmutz. And then this just kind of, each thing will just have a different icon. Do we like that idea? Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Runner Bean! Thank you for resubscribing! I wonder... I thought that was supposed to, like, do a TTS message. The legume silently ambushes its prey. I mean, granted, you just did two emotes, but I thought it would say, like, what the emotes are. Should we check that out real quick? We're about to hit an ad also, I think. 1 minute. I'm just gonna throw an ad on YouTube for now, and then... Yeah, I really thought it was supposed to do some of the old... Now that I'm thinking about it, I thought it was supposed to do a message. That's maybe, again, something that I should do later, but I'll never do it later, so... Watch your back. Now I'm at work. Ah, there you go. Also, Beans! What are you doing? There we go. Sorry, someone had to say it. Malamus? Malamus. That's a bad, like, mall, like, I don't know. Never mind. Malamus Daxitron. I'm here for it. I'm here for that. Molimus Taxatron. Alerts. Wait. I'm very curious how this works. Subscriptions. Say alerted text. I feel like if you're subscribing, you should get to have the you know, the old text message, right? I feel like that feels fun. All right, now in theory it works that way, but we'll see. Chickpea Walker. Smell this Maximus. Stinker beans. 6 to the power of 2. I'm very much here for this this roast that's going on. But yes, thank you very much for the follow or the subscribe. It means many much to me, good sir. Oh my god, it's getting heated here. Oh, the ad worked this time. Free from ad jail. Free him from ad jail. Tell him Miss Maxim. Okay, that now you're saying fighting words. All right, here is the plan. We what's the plan? How does the plan work again? Let's do a new folder here. Put this in here, and then we'll duplicate it. Scary. Why does it keep defaulting to this? I don't want it to default to that lasso. Tripper Bane Thirsty Sticks. I don't even know what's happening to this bitch. Oh man. It's starting to get real angry. You guys are gonna start throwing hands. Wait, I'm allowed to swear? You are. I don't think I think you can say any swear words, right? I don't know how that works exactly, but I can't even tell if you're talking to me or Beats at this point. Ad finally over. Welcome back. Welcome back from ad jail. Thank you for making me like 3 cents. I'll just give Dalamus a hug and completely break the defense. There you go. All right, question. Should we have it so that, like, if we're making multiple of these, right, should the blood splatter be different on each of these? Kind of like how we have different, like, little texture bits on each of these, right? Oh, you can't even see it. Like, on each of these, right? How there's, like, you know, stamps and different... Counter hug. Got him. Look at all this roasting and then friendship. It warms my heart. Here we go. Well, bam. You guys are being silly. Such silly little guys. I think I probably should, and mostly because the difference between the icons isn't going to be that much, so I may as well make these a little bit different, is my thought. You're silly, actually. You're silly. Can't call me silly. Speaking of we're a silly union. Speaking of silly / cute things, you guys want to see something? I'm somewhat like unsure whether I should show this kind of thing because it's like it's sort of personal, but it's also kind of not. I made my niece, my brother's daughter, she has like a birthmark on the back of her head, and I made a joke about it looking like a fantasy island kind of thing, right? Like the shape of it. And so I did art. I made a fantasy fantasy island. It's got some like personal like jokes in there, but why is it? There we go. There it is. Her name's Ren. So I thought it was cute. Bro, you best feather that section. I 100% will. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's what a sweet idea. Yeah. Right? I thought it was cute. So yeah, made a little fantasy map. Now it's hung on the wall in her house, or in their house. Stream boo. Denied. Get dunked on, fool. Anyway, let's use the smudge tool. It's gonna be too big. Is that better? Are you happy? Are you happy? We are cheap viewers. Indeed. I mean, you kind of are cheap viewers in the sense that you don't cost me anything, you know? I am pleased by Smudge Tool. I like the smudge brush. I got it from like some YouTuber guy. I say that like I got it from him personally, but I just, you know. I found it. Base corruption. We cost your sanity every stream. True. You ain't wrong. I don't know. Honestly, I think you reduce my insanity, honestly. Y'all fill me with joy. I'm gonna be honest. You know? Y'all make me happy. And honestly, just felt a little bit of emotions right there for half a second. Not even gonna lie. Not even bargain bin. Wait, not even bargain bin Miss Dallas. Well, that's wild. Y'all are just dunking on each other. Let's see. All right. All right, I'm gonna need y'all's help because we need to create a unique icon for each of these. I don't know what the heart actually could be used for. Because right now, like, the idea would be, here, let me pop up this, right? The idea is there would be a different, like, the heart would be one of them, and then there would be, like, I don't know, for greed, it would be like $sign or something, right? Or like gold, or I don't know. So there'd be something different inside each of these. I don't know which one the heart would actually go to. Maybe violent. Or like pride, maybe? Is there pride? Oh, there's a pride. Yeah, pride maybe for a heart. I don't know. Pride heart, yeah. I don't know. Like, just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think which one will go. But like, the idea is I need to create an icon for each of these, right? Like violence maybe could just be like a fist or something. I don't know. But the idea is each one of these needs something. Yeah, there's a pride heart. There you go. I forgot they had those. They have so many, like, I wonder how many emotes all of Twitch has. What do we think? I wonder what the total number is between all users. Violence and malice is gonna be tough to make a difference. True. The limit does not exist. I know. Yeah, it's true. But what is it at currently? It's not necessarily the limit, right? But yeah, I mean, do we think that's a cool idea? Like, just like it's the same except for the icons different in the center. And then we kind of get the same feel for each of them. And then it's like oppressive is going to be like, what the heck am I even going to draw for that, right? The truth is it doesn't really matter that much, but like neglect, how do you draw an icon out of neglect? It's a cool idea, but yeah, it's going to be tough to do. Okay. Well, we'll give it our best shot, right? Gotta drive home, run an errand, so I'll rejoin. Please don't end stream. I will stay on for the rest of eternity, Bean. Just for you. I'll never leave. I should do a bean for one of them. Just in the center. Just a little bean in there. Why? I don't know. For... I don't know which one I would do it for. For gluttony, it'd be a bean, because just food. Just take the beans icon. Just take the wait. Am I cooking here? For gluttony, we just put like the slop icon. I was gonna say, excuse me. Well, at first I was thinking the beans can, right? But it would be better just to have the slop icon, right? Just repurpose the slop one. I hate y'all. No, you don't. You love us. Are you Chef Boyardee? Because I'm freaking cooking. I am not even trash can. I am slop. The bean of greed. The bean of humanity's existence. Oh, the bean of my existence? That's pretty good. That's kind of cute, honestly. You're the bean of my existence. Okay, let's shove it. Okay. Why is the duplicate command not working? Control J? Control J? Control J? Ah, there we go. Got it. Don't mind me. Why duplicate is a layer is Control J is beyond me, but all right, let's start with the gluttony, I guess. Because I am just gonna put the slop logo in there. Does it? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure some of these even make sense. That's the other thing. A lot of these really need rewording. They need more words on them. Which may mean we need to adjust how the thing looks. Like maybe this icon needs to be smaller. It's kind of hard to say. I don't really want to change it too much because I really like how the cards look. Just on their own, but there might need to be a bit of alteration there. I'm sorry, Beans. We don't mean it. We love you. Come back. I'm just kidding. You're driving. Go home. Go get some groceries. Where are oh brother, where art thou? I do mean it. You called me down this Dallas Miss. I'm not. Oh man. You guys are funny. I'm here for it. I'm here for the whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm here for the fake beef, you know? What do we need? We need the slop. I would put the bean on there, but I think the slop makes more logical sense, right? You want to turn this to none, not that. Go like this. Go like this. I guess each one is gonna. Maybe what we should do before I get too crazy. I hate it, but slop does make more sense. Yeah, true. Okay, before I go too crazy with this, what I really need to do is actually, I need to fill all this in because the profile of it's gonna look different, right? Normal, this. All this needs to be filled in. Because each one is going to be a little bit different, right? Dude, I'm so mad. Whenever the game, freaking this, I was about to say the game. Whenever Photoshop updates, it messes up my my key bindings. And that bothers me. I could save my key bindings out. I know that's an option, but like that shouldn't happen when the like, I'm sorry. That should not happen. Did I not save? No, I did. Totally agree. Adobe dumb AF sometimes. Yeah, honestly, I know there's a whole movement for people to like move away from it, and I'm like, if I wasn't so freaking involved in all of it, I just might, you know. The problem is I use like every single Adobe program. If I use just Photoshop, 100% would just switch to like, you know, one of the other ones, right? Especially because it costs so much freaking money. But I'm too deep in it, man. I know people are like, oh, it's not an excuse. You should not use it because whatever. You don't want to support crazy corporation. But I use Photoshop. I use Illustrator, Premiere, After Effects, Animate, other ones. I don't know. Affinity is a publisher, nice alternative InDesign for. Honestly, I actually don't use InDesign. I probably should, but I just don't. I should try InDesign. I honestly, I didn't like, my rule book would have been the time to learn InDesign, but I just didn't. In short, you're knee deep in Adobe, 100%. I'm too far to go back. I might be happy to show you the ropes one of these days. Honestly, I'm sure I could figure it out. I'm sure it's not that different than most other Adobe products. I just haven't bothered to learn it. I don't know. Actually, no, what we're gonna do, we're gonna yeah, it's definitely something I should do though. Color overlay, this color. Okay, it looks like a different color, but it's not, I assure you. But yeah, no, I'm just too in it to leave. They've got their claws in me, you know. I also don't like hate them as much as like some people do, right? Like some people are just like absolutely hate Adobe. There's a lot of people who just hate corporations to hate corporations, you know? That ain't me, but... Oops. Awesome for print stuff, yeah. I'm uncomfortable with Adobe with their new AI stuff. I don't know, man. I'm kind of like... I mean, all their AI stuff, it seems... ethically sourced. Am I wrong? I haven't really done too much research into it, but I thought, from what I understand, it's all, like, from things that... It's not, like, random crap, right? I miss when AI, the modern LLMs, signatures, shenanigans, sorry, was just something known by nerds. Agreed, yeah. Honestly, I'm personally, I mean, like, you have to use their stuff because it's awesome, but it's mandatory, but they're allowed to, your projects to train their... Really? I thought well, I know they... I don't remember how that works. I didn't like read up into it enough. I know they had some sort of like thing where they're allowed to use your stuff, but I don't know how that... I thought all the AI stuff that they have is trained off of what's it called? Like stock that they specifically selected. Honestly, I kind of I understand the fight against AI. I think it's and there really should be like rules on it, right? There should be more regulation on it, but I almost feel like it's just the genie's already out of the bottle, you know, in a sense. Not that it's like saying, you know, the fight is over, may as well just give up. But part of it does feel a little bit like that. I'm totally not against AI, but opting out should be much easier. Yeah, I agree with that. When it's like super difficult to opt out of stuff, that is it's stupid. Yeah, things shouldn't be that difficult to opt out of. That should be the illegal practice right there, honestly. I think the problem is, like, soon we're gonna get to a point where it's like AI is gonna be such a thing that it's gonna be really hard to police whether someone is like stealing your content, right? Looking at you, gym memberships. Yeah, exactly, right? You know, I dislike that blend modes don't work when you have color overlay. Is that just a me thing? I don't know. Oh, hold on. Wait, look. Blend, linear burn. Linear burn. Okay, hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, I think why does this feel like slightly a different color? Oh, because it's different percentage. There we go. Like, oh, you want to not give me your data? Browse through 7 pages of settings files and find the arbitrarily named setting. Then good luck. Yeah, I think the reason they don't let you opt out of it super easily is because that is like a huge money source for them, right? Like, especially with like Instagram and like Facebook. Like, the reason they want your information is because that's how they make money, right? So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, come on. I'm glad the legally around 200 TOS being. But nobody reads 200 pages. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You make it so hard to opt out because so many people are just like, fuck it, and let it happen because they got their dopamine in. Yeah, that's true. Does this look good? How are we thinking about slop corruption? Let's merge these layers. I mean, it's no normal corruption, but yeah, it's not quite the same. I think it does need the splat, like blood splatter, but I also kind of think maybe it does need more of like this up here. I wish it worked with the direction of the flame a little more. You're reading my mind, yeah. Yeah, because the inner flame kind of looks cool on this one, right? Okay, why is that a different color? Oh, shit. We gotta go back. How far do we have to go back? About there. You know what? We are just gonna throw this in a folder, and then we're gonna do linear burn. And then we're gonna go 88%. Additional splatter would make sense with the slop. Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's gonna work better. Sorry, I had to fix something because otherwise it was gonna be weird looking. Let's do like kind of contour the shape a little bit more. Something like that. Probably could have used the lasso tool for that, but you know, you're rare. That's better, right? A little bit. I don't remember which splatter brush I was using. I like this one. The only problem is... Actually, that's not that big of a problem. Might just do a lot of splatter. All little splatters, and then we'll just do... How's he doing that? Like this. Maybe we'll do these. And we delete that, and then we do... I guess that's it. Alright, let's compare these again. Oops. It's popping up my Discord. It's leaking all my DMs. I'm just kidding. Not leaking nothing. Lenny? Yeah, okay. It's made you realize you made some really spicy slop, yeah. Slop that's so spicy it corrupts your soul. I guess maybe I made the may have over blended the this here. Just to go with this style a little better. Yeah, it really does look like spicy slop. Hot slop. I'm okay with that. Save. All right, what's next? It really bothers me when there's Discord notifications, and it's kind of a bad thing because I get so many of them now. But I mean, Robbie Landis is live if you guys care. Okay. Gluttony is done. What's next? We should assign the heart to one of them, but I don't know what that is yet. Like I was saying, I think, like, I don't know. I guess we said pride, maybe, and maybe could be, like I said, like, violent or, like... Envy? Envy, I don't know. One of them probably should go with one of them, but... Do we have any ideas? Greed, I think, maybe could just be, like, money, right? Like, dollar sign kind of deal. That's probably an easy one. Dollar. Yeah, I think that one's probably... Okay, do we do just a dollar sign, or do we do... We could do like a bag of money or like a dollar bill kind of deal. I'm almost thinking like a bag of money might be better. And actually, you know what I can do? I could actually just carve, like, it could be like, you know, a little money bag with a dollar sign on it. Or yeah, or like, yeah. I feel like just a dollar sign is gonna look weird. That's my only thought. A coin with a dollar sign? Yeah. Let me see. So we could have like... This is just to get ideas, right? You know. Monopoly money, right? That's an option. Coin with a side, but yeah, that could be an option. I think a dollar sign is gonna be more understandable to people, right? As far as like quick. Yeah, I think for like quick reference symbol, a coin with a dollar on it is probably better. I'm also just tempted to do like a, like you're saying, like a banknote kind of thing, just because it's like a different shape. Like, I think a lot of them are probably going to be more circular. So I'm almost wondering if something more square kind of stands out. I was gonna say a money bag would also be an option, right? I think all three of those, either a dollar sign, a money bag, or a coin. Coin might look better just because it's, I don't know. What feels the most Western to you? I guess paper money doesn't feel... I'm only against the banknote. Yeah, I think thinking about like cowboy theme, a coin or a money bag seems more appropriate, right? I'm trying to imagine it. I think a money bag is going to be the most interesting. So I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, we'll just draw in black. Mr. Crass first time. We'll see if I can draw a bag. I gotta like do that thing where people draw the little flour sack thing for like people who do animation stuff, right? Just make it Mr. Krabs, problem solved. Beautiful. Great idea. It needs to be more like... I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Da 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 da. Classic Photoshop problems. It wasn't looking that great anyway, you know? Classic. Can't undo it enough. Classic, wrong button. Classic, wrong button. Classic, wrong button. Why? What's happening to me? Help. That was a struggle and a half. All right, new layer. Cool. Beautiful. All right, it's kind of this shaped. Gonna have some lunch. BRB, have fun. All right, dude. See ya later. Oh wait, what are we doing on ads? 17 minutes. Cool. It's gotta kind of be like... I guess really it's like there's a drawstring, right? And that should be pulling it inward. And then it kind of flares out at the top, right? How a bag should look. The question is it going to look good in silhouette? That's just kind of how this art style works, right? This doesn't look good yet, but it could. It could someday. I may go with a coin. I don't know. Maybe? I think it kind of gets too... It flares out too much there. It needs some cleaning up, but conceptually, do we like this? Or do you think we should just go with a coin? I think it's okay. A coin might be cleaner. That's maybe the only thing. Let me just draw a coin real quick. See how I feel about it. Let's do this. When in doubt, try both, you know? It's one of those things I need to get better at, is like trying multiple things, because sometimes I just I get too stuck on one idea. And ideation is good. It's kind of weird that the dollar sign can have 1 or 2 lines. Can we talk about that for a second? Why is that? It's one of life's great mysteries, I think. Dawson has 1. I always thought it had to be 2. Yeah, it can be either. It's both. Isn't that weird? It's like depends on the font. Some people just thought they should be fancy with it, I guess. I don't know. Hydrate. Good call. Thank you, sir. Cheers and celebration. Cheers. You know what? Cheers that. Cheers. 1 extra sip for the cheers. Okay, what do we like better, the coin or the money bag? Obviously, the money bag probably needs a little bit more. I kind of liking the coin, but I feel like the money bag needs just more polish. The coin is already more polished, so of course it's going to look better. But at the same time, I think the coin is maybe just simpler and just looks better. The money bag is maybe just more confusing. Bag? Okay, interesting. We'll give it a little bit more, but it's close. Okay. I was thinking the coin by a good margin, but let me try to tweak this a little more then. I'm down to do a little more. The bag probably has a better is a more westerny feel, I would say. The coin kind of maybe looks a little cheesier, I guess, maybe. Give the bag a little polish. That already does a good bit. Honestly, I'm redoing this dollar sign. I don't like it. In fact, we're gonna go like this. Just not this font. I want... What is our font called? It's not Deadman. Deadman's the other one. This one. It probably doesn't have... Does it have a... Oh, it does have a dollar sign. I'm not actually going to use the font exactly as is. Actually, I kind of don't like it. Funny enough. But I don't mind the shape in general. The way we're going to do it is we're just going to go like this. Yeah, maybe I try the Deadman font. Feels less West than the default font, I agree. What about Deadman? That's better. I like that better. Kinda. Honestly, I'm just gonna kind of have it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't like it. I was thinking about it for a second. I like it better, but no. I just want like a base to start with, you know? No. We'll start with this one. It'll be fine. Oh. Oops. Always works that way. It's like, yeah, it'll look perfect. Doesn't it? should have been using a different eraser is the biggest problem, but... I hate it. My strategy did not work. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna copy that one a bit. I think I like how that turned out, but I don't like the double lines. The double lines feels fancier, you know? Might be too much though for the for this. I don't know. Looks like frickin' Trogdor. I don't know if you know what that is, but I don't know if that's too old of a reference. It might not be. It's kind of an internet sensation. I think they still do they still make stuff? I don't know. I know you're not that much younger than me, but arguably. It might be too old for me. Yeah, okay. Trogdor. There we go. Okay, final verdict. Still like the bag. Oh, my bones. For context, I just need an image. This is Trogdor. There you go. It's a stupid cartoon thing. Just up to you. My preference, not super decisive, but if I had to vote for the bag, yeah, I like the bag now that I've done the other half. I eat it. There you go. Yeah, I think I like the bag better now that I've done more to it. I like it. All right, we are about to hit an ad. I need to hit the bathroom, so we're gonna go on a break for a minute, and then I will be back in just 3 minutes. So see you in a second.
I was playing Dungeons and Dragons the other day, and by the other day, I mean like a year and a half ago, and my players were in combat with a monster. This was a pretty standard fight, but things ended up getting kind of dicey. No pun intended there. It was kind of intended. I wrote it in the script, but I didn't think, you know what, whatever. Let's just get on with the story. Anyway, so one of my players ended up getting knocked unconscious. I'm generally pretty nice to my players, so this was actually a somewhat rare occurrence, which is maybe not how a dungeon master should operate, but I just end up wanting all the characters to be friends, and I don't know. But yeah, after the player was knocked out, the very next turn, they were quickly healed by another player and back on their feet as if nothing happened. Then they quickly attacked and defeated the monster. After the session, there was something about this fight that bothered me. And I think it was the lack of impact of not only being knocked out, but the lack of impact of damage as a whole. There were no lasting effects on the character. It really felt like there should be some sort of repercussions after being beaten senseless. And I'm not even talking about mechanically here. I'm talking about from a character standpoint. You would expect a character to at least be somewhat traumatized or afraid or something after being knocked out by a terrifying monster. So when working on my game, I kept all this in mind, and I think I found a way to solve this problem by allowing damage to be impactful to the character narratively as well as mechanically. Hi, I'm Nathan, and this is my tabletop RPG deck builder called Soul. Today we're going to be talking about my new equipment system, items, and how that relates to health. When I was trying to solve this problem, two game systems kept popping to mind. One was MechWarrior's slot-based inventory system. Each weapon or component was equipped onto your mech onto a slot on their body. And when that part was damaged, it would no longer function. And the other one was the singular time I LARPed. Yeah, that thing where you run around in a local park and hit nerds with foam swords. It was high school, I don't know, what do you want from me? I'm totally kidding, I don't have anything against LARPing. I mean, look at me. I'm making a tabletop role-playing game by myself for fun. Anyway, but yeah, the specific LARP I went to used a limb-based system for health. If you get hit in the arm, you can't use it anymore, and if you get hit in that limb again, you're dead, essentially. So really the same concept as MechWarrior, just simplified. So with that in mind, I decided to make a slot-based inventory system with health as well. This will help a player sympathize with their character more. Damage generally is pretty nebulous. A player having 25 out of 100 health doesn't really mean anything to them, other than that it's kinda low. However, a character having 2 broken legs and a dislocated arm is probably something they can relate to. This also forces a player to adapt to their situation, both in a mechanical sense and a narrative one. Now, the rest of the details I'm a bit fuzzy on, so bear with me a bit. I have 2 separate ideas on how this will lay out. One is a character sheet that will look something like this, having a slot for each body part, head, shoulders, knees, toes, etc. Except not really that at all, and more like head, body, right and left arm, right and left hand, legs, and feet. I felt like this was a good idea, but after a while I felt like it was sort of limiting. How many cool arm items will there be compared to like actual weapons or items you'd hold in your hand? Or say you have a character who has a shirt that you like, but you also want a jacket over it. I'm only kind of kidding with that example. Anyway, so instead I just tried a different format, going with head, body, legs, right and left hand, and 3 utility slots that could take any sort of item. I was hoping this would give a player a little bit more freedom and flexibility with builds without forcing them to only do one type of item per slot. So not sure which way to go, but I'll figure it out soon. There's also a different problem other than me not being able to make up my mind. Is that I've been planning on doing customizable items. These would be made up of cards and therefore need multiple slots.
Alrighty.
This is going to be similar to a lot of war games you see these days, where you can equip different add-ons to your weapons or your other equipment. So either of these systems would look something like this. This is cool and all, but I fear it's kind of a lot. Like, likely this many cards will interrupt the flow of the game, but I still might try it out.
All right, if you want to watch the rest of the video, go check out YouTube. Beats Creations. There you have it. Why was my cursor so big there for a second? It was like massive. I think this needs to be a little bit bigger, speaking of. Yeah, that's about right. Money bag. Okay. Now we need to color overlay that color. Cool. This be normal. Whatever this goes to 88%. It goes to linear burn. Do 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 do. Honestly, we should just do this. Just for the preliminary removal of that. Alrighty. Anyone doing anything interesting this week? I feel like I guess I'm just working on like my devlog. I think that's my entire week plan. It's just this video for the next BTP video. Hi, I didn't even watch the ad. Still paid you. Get wrecked to Twitch. There you go. Get dunked on, Twitch. Maximus beating the system. I like my pen tool, like the little like how rough this pen tool is, but sometimes it leaves lots of extra bits, you know? It kind of makes it a little bit need to clean it up with a different one. That can be kind of annoying. It's just like really not that big of a problem to have, but you know, here we are. I think I did like it better when I had kind of little fiery bits. I was just trying things out, seeing what it looked like. I was about to say, it seemed like BTP finally decided to not use the horror prompt. Yeah, it's a very, they like it a lot. At least they've toned it down a little bit. Granted, I don't know. It seems like one of their best performing video types, I guess. Sort of. Like, their horror ones do perform better, so I understand why they used it so much. But I don't know if that's 100% true. I don't blame them. People get mad. They talk about it more. The video gets more success. Exactly. I mean, same thing with their Pass the Game challenge ones, right? Like, those ones do the best. But a lot of people get angry because, like, someone just, like, oh, they changed this thing because, you know, the other devs, like, were doing this cool thing and they decided to change something completely, and then everyone freaks out, and it's like... I mean, those videos do really well. I personally enjoy watching their newer, like, Pass the Game challenges where it's not the ones, like, without communicating thing. Like, they're like... They're more like it passes to one dev and then one dev does one thing, and then like one dev does like art and the other one does programming and the other one does music, and then that kind of thing. Those ones are I like a lot better as far as like content wise, but they don't necessarily seem to be performing as well. So it is kind of interesting. There we go. If I'm consuming content, I see some rage bait BS or something I don't want to see, I just go right over it as fast as I can. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't usually engage with that kind of crap. Granted, I like was watching like some like random like drama videos the other day where like someone like screwed someone over on stream or something. It was interesting, but then I was like, why am I watching this? I almost think this looks too clean. Like well, part of it there's no splatter, right? I'm trying to think, like, should every single one of these just have like a splatter effect, or should I do like, and just different? I probably shouldn't overthink this, really, is what is how it should be. I should just do different splatter for each of them and then just call it good. And not be like, oh man, let's get super artistic with it, because I really don't want to overscope this whole bullshit. It's nice if it has a little bit of variation, because then you see a card and you're like, okay, this is a different card, right? But I don't want to go too crazy with it, because I think that's just gonna make me work on something longer than I have to. The bottom of this is too like too clean, sort of. No, don't want this on the... Why is it doing that? Oh. Wait. Oh, because it was... It's because of the clipping mask. And maybe the way to do it is just smudge it. Yeah, I think that's better. There we go. Greed. what is that noise? My cat's just licking. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? Cleaning yourself? Yeah. All right. All right. Greed, done. We got greed, gluttony, and other. I don't know what other is yet, but... Let's see. Malice, apathy, wrath, pestilence. What should we do next? Envy, violent. Violent, I think, could be... could be a fist. I think I even have an icon that could fit for that, if I'm not mistaken. That's actually good. I was looking at like what oppressive could be, and it's showing like chains or like handcuffs kind of deal. Because I was thinking like, oh, that could be a fist too, but... like shackles, right? For sloth, do we just do the creature? That'd be funny. I think I'm gonna go with pride as the heart. Maybe, well, pride could be like... I guess I'm thinking like, I don't know if it feels weird with what actual, like, I don't know, pride sin symbol. A lion. That's, I mean, I guess. I don't know. Let's start with, let's do oppressive because I have an idea for that. Oppressive, oppressive. Question is, do I draw a hand or just the shackles? Because part of my idea is just like... like a shackle with, you know, chains on it. But it could be like a fist with a shackle on it and then chains. That probably looks better. I would say. Can we cannibalize something from Soul is the question. Soul Art. No, it's not Soul Art. It's Soul Game. Soul 3.0. Soul Cards. God, the organization of this kind of is annoying. Icons. So let's just look at our list of icons. I feel like we could probably use the brain for something, and I don't know what that is yet, but I could potentially see something. What about my old icons? I thought I have this. But honestly, I don't think that really helps us at all. Wait, don't we have a... What's the army's icon? Hold on. Don't we have a strength icon for armies? Am I losing my mind? I don't know. Card art? No, it's card layout. Effects? No. Icons, jeez. What's the strength? Oh yeah, right. We have the strength icon from armies. Why is the... What is the icon called though? And why is there not a large version of it? Armor icon, basic icon, defeated, curse. Minion icon, land icon, minion, monster, OG land, structure, spell. It's not under power level icon, is it? That should be the what was the old power level icon? Was there even one? It might actually be this. This might be what we're looking for. Sorry for just the blank white screen. Yeah, okay. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay. I say closing it when I may have needed to leave it open. I can't just grab an Illustrator file and drag and drop, right? Yeah, there we go, never mind. Question is, do I think I just do one with like a shackle on it. I was gonna say maybe I could do two. I don't know, something along the lines of like that with, just do it the same color just to keep things consistent. With like a shackle on it, right? And then for some reason I want this to be the other way. Maybe the chains need to be bigger. So I'm gonna start over here. I also, you know, let's just do this. Worst case, we mess up the icon. Rasterize layer. Something along the lines of like, I'm gonna try to do it clean first and then we'll go from there. Let's look up shackles real quick. Yeah, I guess they have like the... I guess there's a few different ways that they go. Western. Actually, this would be on the other side. A little locking mechanism thing. And then there would be a chain. Which I kind of have to over dramatize, I think. To make sure it looks like a chain. The way this faces doesn't quite work. For some reason, I'm struggling here. Like this, like this, like this. Sure, let's try it one more time. Like composition of it, I'm just not liking, you know? Feels too like asymmetrical, but maybe that works. Let me just put this more in the middle. trying to think how this would work. Because I want to use negative space to my advantage here, but I'm not exactly sure. I guess whatever's over the other thing, like that, right? Let me make the shackle a little bit bigger here. And then this would be behind this one. But this one would be in front of this one. And then this one, this would be in front, this would be behind. Yeah, there we go. It's not so bad. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it works. Something about this icon looks slightly wrong. I think it's the thumb. It's like, whatever. But we'll distress the whole thing as well. Because it'll make everything look better, I'm sure. Well, it's too clean right now, right? Do 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 dee do 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 da dee da da do. Okay, more water. Root goes my phone. Nothing currently. Okay. All right, let's distress this, I guess. Let's duplicate it just in case I mess up. Less sharp lines, you know what I mean? A little too far on some of it, but that's okay. We can come back. Stronger, more powerful. Yo! We're gonna bean. Beans! What are you doing? This, you didn't leave, not yet. Technically, like, I have like 18 more minutes, but if I stay much longer than that, I'd have to be working on my video. But I could do that. Nuh-uh. Because I would be willing to stay longer, technically. I really would have to be working on the video. Not 16 minutes. Is it 17 minutes? How was work, Bean? My beaniest friend. Not that either. 1 hour to go. Yes, that sounds right. Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Not shit work. For some reason the fingers on this feel weird. That certainly doesn't feel better, though. I remember having a struggle making this icon in the first place. My cells weren't behaving? That's correct. Like your body cells? Or are we talking about spreadsheet cells? Either way, I'm sorry. Any type of cells being bad sucks. Looks correct. Okay, cool. I don't know if I read that already. I read it in my head, but I don't know if I read it out loud. I'm looking that up. Haptocellular carcinoma cells. Sonoma. Sorry, I was reading. Ah, that's not great. Cancer cells starting liver. I'm sorry, that's very not great. I'm sorry, Bean. Here. This is what you need. Well, bam. You don't have cancer? Okay, good. I was like, that's what Google said to me. Wait, hold on. Hypocellular... Did I type it right? I did. Okay, that's just like the... I'm assuming it's liver cells, though. No, I don't... Oh, I'm working with cancer. Okay, this makes more sense. I know you're saying you had, like... your heart was being bad the other day, and I was like, oh no. Bean is just... I'm assuming... Are you a scientist, sir? Or some sort of doctor? I don't know your life. I only know you do cool art. Yes, correct. There, cells isolated from a patient. That's wild. For some reason, I would have never guessed that. That's cool, though. We're learning the Bean lore today. Well, I'm glad you don't have cancer. Microbiologist and cellular bioscientist by day. That's awesome. That's sick. That's cool. What a talented bean. I swear I told you that. Nope. Well, maybe you did. I don't know. I have a pretty good memory. I feel like if you told it to me, it was like really early on when I like, cause like, I think when I first like meet people, it's hard to like put a name to the face. But now that I know you, like maybe you told me like really early on and I didn't remember from then. But typically like I have a pretty damn good memory, not to just be like bragging or anything, but like, who is this freak? Yeah, exactly. Who's this weird bean-loving freak? No, I remember you were very nice when you came in, which is, you know, different from that. I'm just kidding. No, you're very nice. You still are very nice. That is what I remember. I should repeat. I thought you were a celebrity when I first joined. I don't. Do I remember that? I remember you saying something like that, but I can't remember what you said. Which I guess disproves my good memory thing, but. Do you remember anything about me? I do remember you saying that, but I don't remember what, like. Do you know who I am right now? Yeah, totally. Yeah. You're Runer Bane. Third 63. Yep. That's who you are. I knew that. I don't know what this bit is. I don't know. I'm crazy. Leave me alone. Just a chaotic being who chooses violence on Twitch but hugs IRL. That's sounds like a good. That's a good like. I don't know. It feels like something that'd be said in an epic voice, you know. Just a chaotic being who chooses violence on Twitch but hugs in real life. Something like that, you know. Do we feel like this is a good icon for oppression? I feel like it's decent, right? I feel like I kind of should have made it larger though, now that I'm... No, well, maybe just by a smidge. Maybe we can get away with just doing like that. Yeah, that works. A chaotic bean. He's just a bean who is chaotic. I'm losing my mind now. Were you the one who's comparing me to... Sorry, I'm... Where's Dalamus? I don't know. He disappeared. Probably busy with school. It's also like probably late for him. I know he's like, I don't know. I know when I stream at like 10, it's like 2 in the morning for him. So it would be, what is that? A 4-hour difference? Where is he from? I don't know. I didn't ask. I try not to ask that, you know? Oh, wow. You're not usually aggro. Was I being aggro? Sorry, I was. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. It'd be, sorry, I'm trying to think of the time difference. So it'd be 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So it's 4-hour time difference. So it would be, I mean, it's only, I guess, would be like 5. But yeah, no, I try, you know, I don't want anyone to feel like they have to dox themselves. So I just don't ask usually. You know? Don't diddly dox yourself, you know? I'm not usually this aggro. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I can't read. Your first mistake was assuming I could read. That's your first mistake. Continues to mock in British accent. Aggro. Very egg roll, you know? I think I need to just change the color of this so I can feel better about myself. I don't feel better. In fact, I feel worse. Now I'm feeling better. Sort of. There he is. Huh. I haven't seen you in YouTube chat message since my... wait. Haven't seen any YouTube chat messages and mine hasn't come through yet. Might be an error. Oh, hold on. Cool. Okay, cool, but why did the previous one not show up on Streambox? I'm on YouTube now because I only here temporarily. Okay, weird. Yeah, that's weird it didn't show up. I think maybe sometimes the first message just doesn't show up. Maybe we just still need you to throw a test on YouTube, you know? Oh, interesting. I'd sent mine before on my screen, but it showed up later on. That's weird. Anyway, hi, Bean. There we go. I don't know. That happened the other day, actually, because someone sent me a message on YouTube and I missed it. Maybe I just need to update the app again. I'm cookery, so I'm cookery? So I'm away from the board of keys. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, what are you saying right now? I gotcha. I now understand. You're cooking. but I still use ears for Beats' voice. The sweet, sweet sounds of Beats' voice. Hello. Welcome to 199.9 The Beats. The sweet, sweet sounds of my beat voice. I don't know. I don't think I was getting close enough to the microphone. Let's try that again. Hello, this is Beats here. We're talking nice and slow. There we go. Hopefully that was something. What icon? Yeah, it's the spot. What okay, wait, is that also not showing up? There is a weird thing with, because the YouTube comment hasn't come through yet. Why is it doing that? I mean, it's a bunch of weird emojis. I don't even know what that is. What is that? What is this? Hold on. Hold. Is it a drink? It's a drinking emote. Look at that. Oh, I broke it. There it is. Almost being censored. No surprise there. True. Oh, there it is. Yeah, weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to check out the app. So the problem is the weird thing about YouTube live chat is the way it's done is it's not done like Twitch is, where it's essentially always live on my page. It's only sometimes live on that, so it's technically not done the same way. I was having this problem with my older system, but I wasn't having it with this one, so I'm not entirely sure why it's being weird, but I'll have to take a look into it. Also, because of that, I'll drink to the drink. I also don't know, but I love it because it's exactly 10 characters and you can perfectly fill up a message character limit. There you go. Me and my potty mouth, darn. Also isn't auto-modded and can tell from my end if something's being auto-modded. There you go. All right, I think that's good. Just clean it up a little bit, and then I think I'm happy with that. Maybe use a smudge tool, a smidge of smudge, you know? Sometimes you gotta smudge a smidge. Let's see. Dalmas, are you American? He definitely is not American. I can tell you that much. Because if he was American, he'd be in the ocean. I think he's gone now, too. He dropped off the thing. Because he's 3 hours ahead, not 3 hours behind. Or like 4 hours ahead, not 4 hours behind, I believe. He's closer to you, I'm sure. All right, we need a splatter effect here. Which one do we want? We want this one. I kind of want like each one to be like different, but I don't know in what way. Beats, how will the world end? That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. There's so many ways, you know? So many ways for the world to end. I'm trying to decide what I think. Because I mean, you got like, you know, your nuclear, you know, everything just ending that way, you know, right? What else we got? We got you know, just everyone decides to blow each other up. Option 1, right? Option 2, the robot uprising, right? Option 3, we just all die from a disease, you know? What do I think is the most likely? I don't know. It's a great question. One I don't feel equipped to answer. Probably just blow each other up. The truth is, the world will keep... Interesting that you've not said natural disaster. I thought about it, right? But I don't think that will be like the end of people. I think we're more likely to kill ourselves some other way before that happens for some reason. Like, I don't think there will be like a cataclysmic natural disaster that will completely wipe us out. Really. For some reason. For some reason that doesn't seem like what would happen. Why? I don't know. The truth is the world won't end with us though. Right? It's what got the dinos. It's true. Truth is the world will keep going with or without us until the sun explodes, you know? But the world will keep going. It has for a very, very long time. So, I don't know how you want to take that thought, but here it is. There it is for you. Okay, that is done. We're probably coming up on another ad if it already is an ad. There's already an ad. We're already sitting in an ad. You know what? I just had a thought. that might make me like this a smidge better. And let me just do that. And then after that, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. Dual wielded live, hydrate. You got it. You got it, Tice. Thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate it. Welcome in also. How you doing today? I'm wondering if I like this better. Do we like... I think this will fit the style a little better. Hell yeah, doing great. Awesome. The stream is in theory almost over. However, I'm kind of debating on keeping going, but if I do, I really need to work on my devlog. So I may just be editing, which is arguably not the best content sometimes, but at least I have like motion graphics to work on. Yeah, I think I like that better. I think it looks gooder. New curse art or blight, or was it called blight? I forgot. It's curse, yeah. Or not curse, corruption. It was called curse originally, actually, before well, it was one of the temporary names, right? But yeah, the idea is there's a bunch of different ones. So this is like one of the mechanics I talked about in my video, right, where I wanted more corruption. So in theory, there's going to be a bunch of different types, and then when you die, you can play the corruption as a well, you can keep playing the game after you die, is the thought. So I tested it out and it works pretty well. Makes people, you know, A, it makes people feel like they're still doing something while the game is over, and B, it makes the game end quicker, which means it doesn't drag out when like one person dies and just has to sit there like, you know, just all right, yeah, okay. What? Huh? Oh, we're back? Okay. So, you know, typical waiting for other people to finish a board game kind of antics, you know? So, yep, that's the plan. So there's, we got oppression, we've got gluttony, we've got greed, and then the original icon, which I'm not sure which one that goes to yet, but I think there might just be a little too much blood splatter on this one, but I'm not entirely positive. I felt like it was good, like heavy on the top because oppression, but I don't know, we'll leave it. It's fine. Okay, give me like 2 seconds to take a break, and then I'm gonna figure out if I'm gonna keep streaming or not, which is, you know, I don't know. I think I might maybe work on the devlog. It's what I need to do, and it's what I'm gonna be doing anyway, but whether I do it on stream or not is the question. So give me just a second.
I was playing Dungeons and Dragons the other day, and by the other day, I mean like
so we'll skip
a year and a half ago, and my players were in combat with a monster. This was a pretty standard fight, but things had a narrative one. Now, the rest of the team also want to jack it over.
There you go.
I'm only kind of kidding with that example. Anyway, so instead I just tried a different format, going with head, body, legs, right and left hand, and 3 utility slots that could take any sort of item. I was hoping this would give a player a little bit more freedom and flexibility with builds without forcing them to only do one type of item per slot. So, not sure which way to go, but I'll figure it out soon. There's also a different problem other than me not being able to make up my mind, is that I've been planning on doing customizable items. These would be made up of cards and therefore need multiple slots. This is going to be similar to a lot of war games you see these days, where you can equip different add-ons to your weapons or your other equipment. So either of these systems would look something like this. This is cool and all, but I fear it's kind of a lot. Like, likely this many cards will interrupt the flow of the game, but I still might try it anyway. And if it fails, maybe I'll scrap the idea, or maybe make it simpler by using tokens instead of cards or something. Either way, this is the current prototype, so let's talk about how it relates to health, which also brings me to another way I'm planning on making damage more impactful, having two types of health, physical and mental health. Physical health will be linked directly to each item slot, like we've talked about. Then when a character is attacked and one of these item slots reaches 0 health, then they will no longer function, just like my Mech Warrior example. Now, I'm not sure how someone will choose to target these slots. One of the ideas is having a D8 and have the damage dealt to whichever slot that the dice rolls, then having more specific abilities that allow you to target exact slots. There could even be a mechanic for expending more concentration, the player's energy source, to target a specific slot. As a side note, another potential for this slot-based inventory system is to have status effects applied directly over item cards. This could allow for cool different effects. For instance, having different statuses like broken, dislocated, bleeding, etc.
I'm back.
Now, mental health on the...
All right, here are our options. Either we... Like I said, I really should be working on my devlog. So it's either you watch me do motion graphics in After Effects, or we find someone to raid and be done. Those are our two options. You gotta bounce in a bit. Then maybe, in which case, we just call it. Because, why is this broken? Oh, there we go. Because I would have been here for you, Bean. You know what I mean? I was streamed exclusively for you. No, we do have a good amount of people here, but it might just make sense. I'm sorry. No, you're good. I don't actually care. Honestly, I probably should focus on my work because I don't know. I'm distractible sometimes. Plus I gotta get those, I gotta record, what's it called? I gotta record my reactions to the other games too. And that felt maybe weird doing on stream. So, if not, I'm doing that tomorrow, worst case scenario. Yeah, you know what? Let's just find someone to raid. It's been 3 hours. I don't want to melt my brain. In fact, it's been more than 3 hours. So let's go to my face. Let's find someone to raid. Yeah, no need to be sorry. I do not mind. I probably should be. I should be done anyway. Anyone got any suggestions, or should I just try to find someone at random? Actually, hold up. I think we got someone doing a making their own card game. More card game people? Dungeon Bounty Playtest. Come check it out. Software and game development, but they're in Tabletop Simulator, so I can assume it's their game. Ooh, card people game. Yeah, let's do that. All right, y'all. Let's make a new friend. I will see you all on Wednesday. We'll probably do more corruption art. If not, we're definitely going to be doing what's it called? Devlog stuff if I have to. Depends on when Tice tells me this is due. So it's up to Tice, really. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I am out of here. I will see you all Wednesday. Goodbye, Bean. You're welcome. You're welcome for the stream. No, thank you for being here. It was fun. It was a fun stream. I will see you all. Of course, I always do this. Start raid. 10 seconds. All right, y'all. Peace out. Fare thee well. Fire in the hole.